So what's up? It's Where the Keys At. It's the Zoom sessions part 2. This week we got special guests up in the building. So we got up the top there, Leroy.
Me, that's all right. Your boy's here again.
Yeah.
How we going, lads? Do it.
Who else is up here?
Radar.
Radar here as usual. Yeah, we're good.
And Tezza T. Peace.
Hey, so there's loads to talk about since last week, but let's just start getting your opinions on the main thing that happened really over the week, and that was the young lady in London who was taken by a police officer and murdered by a police officer, and all the fallout that's happened.
Is that still alleged, or is that a definite now? Has he been charged, or is it still alleged?
He ain't been charged yet, but I mean they don't arrest a man for no reason.
I know. I'm just trying to gauge what's going on. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right.
They don't arrest a man like that for no reason.
What do you guys think about it?
It's sad what's happened, obviously. It always is. I just feel that at the moment, people just need something. So I feel that it's been blown. I can't say blown because someone's been murdered, man. That's horrible. But yeah, there was a lot of attention on it, but I feel there could be a lot of attention on it because there could be other things that could be getting passed through government and so forth that, it goes unheard of in the media because the media always catching on something else. I don't know. That's probably controversial what I just said, but
he has been charged. He's been charged though, Ray. He's been charged.
Yeah, today, yeah.
He's been charged. Yeah. He's in court today.
When his wife got done as well, something like that, for like accessory or something like that.
She was arrested.
The wife is involved too.
She was arrested.
Or like prevent the course of justice or something like that, I think. I'm sure it was.
Probably, prevent the course of justice, I reckon, yeah.
Try to lie for him, innit? That's what she tried to do.
It's the lockdown thing. It's the same with George Floyd. It's just concentrated, isn't it? And everyone jumps on it, whereas I bet a lot of these people wouldn't have the time to jump on it and really care as much if they were at work. You know what I mean? So these things, now when they happen, people are paying attention to them. I think it's interesting the way they've covered the police officer today. If you look, the guy who's been charged today, the picture that they're using, the press always choose one picture, don't they? And they all go with it.
Yeah.
It's not in his uniform. They don't use no picture of him in his uniform. They just use like casual picture of this police officer.
Of course they're not going to use that. They can't use a picture of him in his uniform. That'll take the whole police force.
So it should, right? Surely.
Yeah, of course it should. It should. But the press ain't going to do that, are they? Come on now.
No.
As a black man, what?
If his whole family up to
his whole family, damn right. The whole family would have got man marked in that photo.
They would have had him smoking a zoo. They would have had drinking liquor. They would have had him with like chains and that, and gang colours, and probably a gun sitting next to him and all sorts. You know what I mean?
They do that to victims. They do that to victims.
Yeah.
But this woman, like, obviously, has brought up a whole bunch of women now coming out saying they don't feel safe in the streets.
Yeah. I mean, that women have been saying that for a long while, and I know there's something now that you can do with your mobile phone.
iPhone's had that for long, man. Android might not have that,
Yeah,
so I'd advise women to get an iPhone first week.
Android have it, you trouble. Android have it, you fool. Any phone has it. You just press lock 5 times. And then it does.
All right, let's hold up our phones, yeah? Press yours 5 times, Ray. Let me press mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See there?
I'm using my phone, you fool.
Yours can't do that.
It can. All phones does it. Except from obviously the burner phones, like the old Nokias and so forth. They won't do that. But every other phone does it, as far as I know.
Okay.
Every smartphone does.
Okay.
I don't know why you man got a vendetta against Android anyway. Android is fine. What's wrong with Android?
They're dead, bro. They're dead software.
They're nothing.
Ice and gingerbread, them things, they're dead.
Listen, a phone is a phone, right?
Yeah, it can't save your life.
Does it? Cool. It can save your life, though, because my phone could do the same as yours with that. Idiot.
I'm not getting one.
The thing is, though, right? What you brought up about the phone, I don't think them things are important because it shouldn't get to the stage where you have to like whip out your phone to protect yourself.
My thing is what I've been kind of looking into is the whole fear factor. So how women are now all starting to come out and saying that they're feared, or that they fear men, and that's what's killing me, because at the moment, men seem to be getting tainted really badly at the moment. Like there's some men I feel like they're trying to put a separation or some sort of divide between man and female. Like, you know, this is not man versus woman. Like, I think I see someone posted the other day. This is like good versus evil, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? It's not men who just go out and just go, okay, you know, I'm going to kill the woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know many men. Yeah, like in my experience, I know more men who have been probably attacked, beaten up, and robbed than women have been attacked. Do you know what I mean? In my personal experience, and I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to take anything away from females, because I know males are a lot stronger, and there is a lot of attacks on women. But I just think the way they highlight, the way they put it out at the moment is more of pushing the divide. And also maybe trying to push some sort of agenda out as well.
It's a divide and conquer at the moment, isn't it?
I think it is. And it's just
everything. Yeah,
and it's just funny as well, Ray, is like how all of a sudden they make this big news. Like, not being funny, people get attacked and murdered all the time, right?
Yeah, the lady read out like 100 odd names, right, of women that have been murdered in the last year.
Yeah. And this one
where's all their headlines at then?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this one's here, and all of a sudden, they bring this one out, make it a big thing. Everyone starts panicking, and all of a sudden,
the reason it's a higher profile case is because it's a police officer that done it. That's why. That's why it's such a high profile.
Before it was a police officer, that's what I was saying, Lee. I was wondering what is the thing about this, because you got to understand, the press, they have faces that fit. You know that, right? If a face fits, then that gives a higher profile. And this woman was getting a higher profile for whatever reason. Maybe they thought they could sell more papers if they highlight it or whatever. And then the bonus was for them, because they're sick, right? They're happy when things like this happen. The bonus was it was a police officer. So that's more news.
Yeah.
But
it is, but then I saw a document the other day. I mean, I can't get up now while it's on my phone, but I saw a document the other day where there was a list sent out. I can't you boys, but I seen it in our other group where there was a video of like a list going through, and it was like hundreds of crimes committed. Yeah, and they were by policemen, bro.
By police officers,
and some of them I see like rape 14-year-old and so forth.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Like, it was crazy. The list goes on and on, and they try to keep that kind of a secret. And someone's obviously leaked it.
Yeah, I think the thing that might have captured the press and the public's imagination after we found out that it was a police officer, and the reason we got all these marches is because I imagine this woman, this 33-year-old white British middle-class woman, probably felt quite protected in the world. Like, she don't expect nothing to happen to her. And if it does happen to her, and it's some kind of largalau or criminal attacks her, then you would expect that. But the police, who she feels that should be on her side and should be on everyone's side, it's like, yo, the police aren't meant to do that to them people. You know what I mean? So now they're feeling kind of a bit like us, to be honest. Like, damn, we can't even trust our own police. Do you know what I mean? We've got the criminals coming for us. We've got the police coming for us. And they've just realised that they're kind of in our boat now, and everyone's seeing it.
So what's the motive?
I know you got too far there, Eli.
No, I've gone too far?
Never in our boat, bro. Nah, they're never in our boat, bro.
Yeah,
do you think that some of these people abuse their authority, their power?
100%.
Yes, of course. I've witnessed that several times.
Because I remember someone saying, why did she stop? Why did she stop? And someone said that they reckon that he probably like pulled his badge out or something and tried to, and that's how he kind of like managed to get her attention, because otherwise she wouldn't have sort of like stopped or spoke to him. Do you know what I mean? Like a random guy sort of thing. Like she would have just carried on. So that's, some people are saying that's speculation, I guess, but I think it kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
I am confused that we haven't seen a headline yet that says,
yeah, I know,
can we trust the police? Because they're kind of making it about this individual dude and men, but really it's about a male. It's about, well, they can say,
put that out there though?
Why can't they?
Can they put that out there in the paper to say, can we trust the police? Can they put that out there?
Have they done something like that with the government? Have they said can the government?
I don't think they can put that out there with the police.
No, I agree with you, Lee. No chance.
Okay.
No chance.
I think someone wants to.
That's like taking the army or taking whatever else in it. Like
that's what I'm saying.
If they do that, is that then a mandate for like just mass crime, like people just going on a madders because they're like,
that's what I'm saying.
The police ain't got no control over us, so we can do what we're doing. I mean,
maybe they could word it a bit more better than what I could. Maybe the wording could be kind of, because it's not about men, it's not about white men, it's not about middle-aged men. It's about, this particular case is about men with authority taking advantage. So is there a problem with authority in the police force? They could have that kind of an article, and they ain't. They're just taking all men, and as T-Roy says, now it's becoming a divide, and it might not be that wide of a divide, I don't think.
And then what they'll do is they'll use this as some excuse to start passing some sort of bills and to kind of, throw something in there in order to control the population. That's what they'll do. They'll be like, okay, well, we don't think it's safe, because all of a sudden I start reading stuff like, how they're going to now invest all this money in getting the street lights turned back on, like I said, so they stay on and that. Well, why did you turn them off for anyway?
Listen, women have been saying that for years in Ipswich.
For saving money. And then I hear, they're going to be bringing out all this sort of funding and all. Then I talk about they're giving free self-defense lessons to women.
Yeah.
Anyone from the age of 12 and over.
It's a typical government reaction. If you think about, they do that kind of thing with like drugs. They say certain drugs are the problem and they make people go crazy and they make people rob people, when they know the people rob people because they're poor, but they don't want to deal with the situation of why people are poor. And it's like this situation, they're like, yeah, we're going to let women from 12-year-old learn how to like do ninja or whatever, when they know for a fact that the men that are attacking, and there's a big issue with that. Maybe it's to do with poverty or mental health or other things that they have not dealt with.
Never going to tell you that.
You know what I mean?
Never going to tell you that. Yeah, 100%.